Welcome back, viewers. You're watching Times Now. I'm Meenakshi Upreti. The Modi government bill, remember, on the women's reservation, it failed the parliament test yesterday. The government could not muster the numbers which were needed to push through the three critical bills to ensure the women reservation in 2029 Lok Sabha election. A total of 528 MPs had cast their votes earlier this evening, now of which obviously the NDA would have required at least 352 votes in favor of the motion to have the bill passed. However, the NDA only had a strength of 293 in the Lok Sabha and managed to get 298 votes in total, failing well short of the 352 required to have the bill passed. Now, female NDA MPs soon staged a protest right outside at the Makar Dwar of the parliament, calling it a historic betrayal of the women of the country. Okay, we have a breaking news coming in, viewers. This is the fallout of what had happened in the parliament yesterday. Today, what is happening is that the BJP and NDA allies will be holding nationwide protests against the INDIA bloc for opposing the women's reservation bill. BJP will be holding nationwide protests. It is actually the entire NDA. They will be protesting pan-India. Remember, yesterday we had seen a protest by the MPs as well. They protested against the India bloc, calling it a betrayal of India's women and women power. Mohit is joining us live on the broadcast. Mohit, today we are likely to see nationwide protests by the BJP and NDA. Take us through what is the BJP, the NDA's game plan after what we saw yesterday, the bill on women's reservation failing the parliament test.
Well, in fact, you see, BJP has now clearly stated now they will go to the court of the people. Now, the opposition MPs have betrayed the women of the country, and perhaps BJP-led NDA will be going to the people. They will be protesting. They will be addressing press conferences, and they will be reaching out to people that how this was a historic moment when women were getting their rights, and it was pending for almost 4 decades. But then the opposition party leader did not allow the women reservation bill and the amendments to pass, and perhaps that is why BJP has planned in a very strategic manner that they will be protesting outside Rahul Gandhi's residence today. They will be protesting outside Congress offices in various states in coming days, and they will be addressing press conferences. So it will start with a 4 p.m. protest outside Rahul Gandhi's residence by the Mahila wing. That is the Women Morcha of the Bharatiya Janata Party. They will be protesting, and they will be raising slogans like, and they will be saying basically that how Rahul Gandhi, Congress party, opposition, they have betrayed the cause of the women. So BJP is planning to make it a nationwide campaign, and in crucial elections of Tamil Nadu and West Bengal, this will also be an issue for the BJP, that they will go out to the voters, specifically the women voters, because remember, women voters are game changers in recent elections we have seen, and perhaps that is why BJP will be going to the women voters saying that, look, we wanted to give you reservation, look, we wanted to have the early implementation of Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam, but it was the opposition parties who betrayed the cause of the women. So this will be an election issue for the BJP too, and from today they will be protesting nationwide. This will continue for many days, and today it will start from Rahul Gandhi's residence at around 4 p.m. where BJP Mahila Morcha will be protesting, and various press conferences throughout the day will also be addressed by not just by the BJP but by the NDA. Also, there are specific plans by the BJP that they will be going to the constituencies of the opposition MPs, telling people about that how exactly they have betrayed the women of this country. So this will be a campaign, and now the BJP says that the ball is in the people's court. We will go to people, we will go to women and tell them that how the opposition MPs, they have betrayed women. It was an historic day, but in the end, the women have been let down by the opposition. So this is the strategy of the BJP-led NDA from now onwards. Back to you.
All right, Mohit, do stay with us. So viewers, let's tell you about the government, what it said further. Going on, it said that they will make the entire country realize the realize the mistake of opposition. That's something which is the BJP's game plan, saying that the opposition has committed a huge crime in stalling the women's quota bill.
देश का महिलाओं को सम्मान अधिकार देने का जो बिल है उसको विपक्ष ने साथ नहीं दिया। बहुत खेद की बात है, और इस ऐतिहासिक पल को आप अपना एक मौका था आपने गंवाया है। आदरणीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में महिलाओं को जो सम्मान देने का, अधिकार देने का हमारा अभियान जारी रहेगा, और हम अधिकार दे के ही रहेंगे आगे।
Right, that's what Kiran Rijiju also said yesterday, and now we have on one hand the NDA is spelling protest, and on the other you have the INDIA partners who are celebrating. DMK is already celebrating what they are calling as a victory of the opposition. So that's the big breaking news coming in. Opposition celebrating the defeat of the women's quota bill, and it's Stalin who has basically asked his cadre supporters to burst crackers to celebrate the defeating of the bill in the parliament. Dharani is joining us live on the broadcast. Dharani, help us understand what did the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Stalin, say, and also why this bill is so emotive, so very significant in battleground Tamil Nadu.
Well, as far as the DMK is concerned, they are making one thing very clear. They are not against women's reservation. In fact, they want the women's reservation to be implemented with the already existing 543 members in the Lok Sabha. But what the DMK is against is delimitation. The DMK is alleging that through delimitation, the BJP is trying to reduce the parliamentary representation of the South states. Because if delimitation is done based on population or the 2011 census or even the upcoming census, the South states will lose their representation in the parliament. The northern part of India will get more representation, and thereby the South's voice will be depressed, is what the DMK is telling. So they are making their point very clear that they are not against women reservation, but they don't want the women's reservation to be coupled with delimitation. The women's reservation should be implemented by itself with the already existing 543 members in the Lok Sabha, is what the DMK is telling. And for that reason, yesterday, since when the delimitation bill failed the Lok Sabha test, Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has put out a tweet telling that the black bill has been defeated, and it is time for the people across the country to celebrate this by bursting crackers and by distributing sweets. That is what the Chief Minister has in fact told. And today here in Tamil Nadu, it's a very interesting day because both Chief Minister M.K. Stalin and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, they will be campaigning in the same city, in Coimbatore. So in Coimbatore, this evening, both Chief Minister M.K. Stalin and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, they will be campaigning in two different spots. So it remains to be seen what both of them will have to say on yesterday's developments in the parliament, because this is going to be the first public event the Prime Minister will participate after the delimitation bill failed the Lok Sabha test yesterday. So we have to see what the Prime Minister is going to speak today here in Coimbatore. But meanwhile, the Chief Minister will also be participating in an event, and it also remains to be seen what he is going to say. But definitely the Chief Minister is also reiterating that it is very important for the India bloc to stay united, because here in the parliament yesterday, the India bloc, all of them stood united and they voted against the delimitation bill. So this should continue, and in the upcoming years also, all the opposition partners, they should stay united. It is time for unity is also another message that is coming in from the Chief Minister here.
Absolutely. And Dharan, thank you for joining us with all these details. Viewers, let's also talk about, now that the bill has failed the parliamentary test, so what happens next? What really is going to happen now? First of all, when it comes to the women's quota, there will be no fast tracking of the quota. That's something which we know. Now, Lok Sabha strength obviously is going to remain unchanged. 840 formula obviously rejected. 543, that's what stays for now. That's the latest. That is obviously the first update. Now, 2023 Women's Reservation Act. Remember, that is already in force. It had been notified on April 16. All the provisions are in effect. That obviously is very, very significant. Also, then you have the constitutional amendment, which has not been cleared. Constitutional amendment not clear, execution only after 2027, census delimitation. So basically, it means if at all women are to get quota, it has been pushed at least till 2027 when the delimitation, when the census happens. Now, also, we know the Home Minister has said that delimitation cannot be completed by 2029. Also, no 33% quota for women in 2029 election. That obviously is the first implication of what we had seen yesterday, the women's quota bill failing the test of the parliament. So these are the major implications. Talking also about the delimitation. Delimitation will be based on the next census. One, that is going to be based on next census. Seats of South, obviously, most likely are likely to change, possibly even may reduce. However, the opposition viewers, they've been celebrating something which we highlighted earlier. Stalin, as we highlighted, has already given a call to his cadre and supporters to burst crackers and celebrate, the failing of this, the bill failing the test of the parliament. The opposition is calling it a major victory. Congress is saying that this was never about women's quota in the first place. DMK and others are calling it the victory of the people of Tamil Nadu. Akhilesh and all are saying that this was a bid by the BJP government to snatch the rights of the people. Listen into what the opposition is saying.
Priyanka ma'am, what do you want to say about the statement which has been given?
ये महिलाओं के आरक्षण की बात नहीं थी, ये देश के लोकतंत्र की बात थी, ये देश की अखंडता की बात थी। हम कभी इससे सहमत नहीं हो सकते कि आप इस महिला आरक्षण को इस तरह से परसीमन से जोड़ें कि वो पुरानी जनगणना पर चले जिसमें ओबीसी शामिल भी नहीं है। तो ये मुमकिन ही नहीं था कि ये बिल पारित हो, और मेरे ख्याल से हमारे देश की लोकतंत्र के लिए, हमारे देश की अखंडता के लिए ये एक बहुत बड़ी जीत है।
Ma'am, now this bill has failed in Lok Sabha. You have opposed this bill. BJP has made this allegation that this shows that Congress party is having an anti-women mindset, and that is the only reason why they are against it.
It's a BJP has the anti-women mindset because this bill has been passed in 2023 with all party support in the same parliament. After that, they put it in the back burner. Only that time itself, we have told them, please de-link this with the delimitation as well as the census, so that it can be implemented in 2024 election. They were not listening to us. Only yesterday night they realized there is a bill. They notified it yesterday. There is nothing else. They have to bring the bill to the parliament and just dealing with census and the delimitation. It can be implemented now. The bill is still alive. There is now a problem with the women reservation bill. Only problem is delimitation bill because they want to help BJP win the election and destroy the country in the middle. So we want the country to be united, political integrity to be intact. We as South Indians do not want to be alienated. We have done so much to this country. We control the population. We are working hard for the economic growth. We are actually contributing to the GS.
All right, viewers, we're shifting our focus. Rahul Gandhi, who has suffered a major